Hey guys, Ed here. Today we have this 2019 Jeep Cherokee, and this quick video I'd like to show you how to check your oil and fluids in this truck. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna pop the hood, find the latch, it's right here, pull on it, and over here we have this lever, press on it, and the hood is open. So to check our oil and stuff, we'll have to get a rag. So first thing first, let's start with our oil. So over here we have motor oil, crankcase, cap, and if we have to add oil, this is where we're gonna add it. So how we're gonna open like this, pour oil in, and once we're done, we're just gonna close it. Over here we have velocity of oil. So this is the type of oil you're gonna use. When you go to the parts store, just say you need 520 motor oil, and that's the one you should use in this engine. Now, how do we check oil level and know that we have to add or we have overfilled, and also how do we check the color of oil? So first of all, I'm gonna put you guys here. Now, we're gonna get a rag, take our dipstick out, and not even checking nothing, just gonna wipe oil off. And now, once we have clean, dry dipstick, we're gonna put it in till the end, get it out. And now we're gonna check oil reading. So our oil level is here. It's up to here. Over here we have safe sign. You're gonna see safe. You should say safe. And if your oil level is anywhere between here, this line, the top and bottom line, if it's somewhere in between, you're all set. Everything is fine. So you don't have to add oil or reduce oil. The oil level. So the oil should be clean. It should be like honey. So as you can see, in this case, oil is really black. Okay, so it's due for change. It's black and dirty. So we should change it. So when do we usually want to check oil? After you drive, you should let the car sit for some time, just to let it cool down a little bit. The best way is when the car is cold in the morning, you just start it for 5 minutes, let it work. So it works for 5 minutes, then let it cool down a little bit, like another 5 minutes to cool it down, and then you can check the oil level. So the oil is in the whole system, and and then the reading will be correct. So this is with the motor oil. Second thing in this car is transmission fluid, but Jeep in this body, they made it not user friendly. So to check transmission fluid, you will have to go under the car, and you have to open special drain plug and put your finger in and check it. But that's something for mechanic to do, so they made it not user-friendly, I guess, for a reason. Next thing, power steering fluid. This car doesn't have a power steering fluid. This car has electrical power steering pump, so don't even look for fluid. It has no fluid. Coolant. Over here we have our coolant cap. Okay, so in case we have to add coolant, this you open this and add. At this point, I think this car is a little bit low on fluid. It should be here till the sign. Yeah, it should be here till the sign. Okay, so till this line, max min. So this is where it should be, and this means it's a little bit low on coolant. So how do we add a coolant? Right now, the car, I was driving the car, so I can't really open this because it might have still pressure inside. As the cap says, see, don't open when it's hot, because if it's hot, you're gonna open it, you're gonna get boiling antifreeze in your face. So you obviously don't want to have that. So make sure to check this when it's cold. After it's cold, just open it up and pour in coolant. As you can see, this uses red coolant, so it's better not to mix it with the green one or the blue one. So just use the red one. Now, in extreme situations, you might use water at least to get from point A to point B. If your car is overheating or you're missing fluid and you really have to get it somewhere, obviously it's better not to drive it when it's overheating. But if it's close distance and your car cooled down, you add water, so water is still gonna do some coolant features. So yeah, water is also way to go. But don't leave the water inside below freezing temperatures, because the water, when freezes, it expands and it might crack parts. Okay, so don't do that. Next thing, windshield washer fluid right here. If you have to add windshield washer fluid, you just open the cap anytime. The car can be on, it could be turned off, it doesn't matter. Just pour in till the end and you're all set. Close it, no problem. Also, again, in some situations you can use water, again, if it's above freezing temperatures, but still it's better to use just regular windshield fluid. So brake fluid over here, this car uses DOT3 brake fluid. You can open it like this, take a look. If you can see it, it's still good. There should be this filter right here. If you see fluid, it should be right there on the bottom. Then you're fine. Keep in mind that brake fluid doesn't evaporate, and in case if you're missing some, you might get a little bit lower level because of your worn pads, but it's like very, very minimal. If you don't see any fluid there, you can also wiggle the container and you should see it somewhere here, the level. You should see the level of fluid. So if you have to add some, just go to the parts store, say that you need DOT3 brake fluid, open up, pour till the level. That's it, very simple. A couple more fluids in this car is freon, okay, but again, freon is something I wouldn't recommend if you're not like mechanically inclined. You shouldn't really touch AC system because it's under pressure, and if you do something wrong, you might just either break something or harm yourself. So I would just recommend not to touch anything with AC system. One more thing is differential fluid and transfer case fluid, the rear axle fluid. Those are also should be done by mechanics, because without lift you can't even really do it. I mean, it is possible, but just don't. It's not that expensive to check it and to change it, but most likely you never will have to change it, since they are very, very, I mean, you can go 200,000 miles without changing differential fluid or transfer case fluid. Yeah, this is pretty much it. I hope this helps, and if it does, please press the like button and have a great day. Bye bye.